Hi, my name's Miss Meier. Very excited to have you in class this year. Welcome to science class. Okay, as you enter my classroom, I'm going to show you a few things about where everything is at and where you can find important things. So right here is our questions, concerns, and comments pocket. This is where you'll put anything that you want to tell me that you might want to say anonymously, or you don't want to tell it to the whole class, or maybe you just don't have time to say it in class, or you forgot. So this is definitely something I check every night. Please utilize it. Right here is where you'll find everything we're doing for the day. I'll put our schedule for the day, any homework that you have, your essential question, which is also your objective, so what you should know by the end of class, and what's due. So all of that information daily will be up here. So let's go over to the other side of the classroom. Over here is your student center. This is where you will have all of your materials, where you'll turn things in. Your corresponding hours are on each of these turn-in trays. Right in here are where you have your team bins. If you'll notice, on the front of your desks, you have a number between 1 and 8. That number corresponds to your team number, and so if you need extra supplies during an activity, you can ask to come get your team bin. So this is for number 4. Okay, these are full of supplies that you can use, but your privilege of using this can be taken at any time if you don't use it well. There's also some extra pencils. You have tissues. All of this up here is free for you to use, but you have to ask and you have to treat it nicely. So this is our class pet, Keely. Do you see her anywhere? That's probably because she's hiding in here. She's a little camera shy. I tried to pull her out. She's not budging. Most days she'll be here, but sometimes she comes out and jumps around on the logs. She is a crested gecko, and she's about 3 years old, so you'll get to know her very well. Back here we have our Champs poster. I know you're familiar with Champs, use it in every class. Champs is how we're going to manage our classroom activities, whether it's group instruction, labs, independent work, tests, quizzes, partners, bell work, anything. Okay? The C is for conversation. It'll tell you how to do that for each of the different types of activities. H is for help, how you get help in this activity. A is for activity, what is the activity? M is for movement, how do you transition and move during and before and after the activity? And P is for participation, how do you show me that you're participating in this activity and who are you participating with? So this is our Champs poster. These Champ posters are also taped to the top of your desk, so you can refer to these if you ever forget. This way you're always certain that you know when and how to act during classroom activities. Right here is where you'll find your hall pass book and your tardy book. So if you come in late or if you need to use the restroom, you always need to ask me first, but this is where you will record your movement in and out of the classroom, or you'll record if you're tardy. Even if it's excused, you still need to record it. Up here is the refrigerator. This is where you'll give me pictures, drawings, anything that you're proud of that you want me to show to the class, or maybe you just want to invite me to your concert, flyers, anything that you're proud of. Give it to me and I'll put it up here, and I'll leave it here all year long. These are my 3 main rules. Don't do anything that prevents others from learning, don't do anything that prevents you from learning, and don't do anything that prevents me from teaching you. If you break these rules, we'll have an issue, but if you can work with these rules and stay compliant, then there should be no problems this year. What happens if you do break one of these rules?
Bad things.
If you do break these rules, these are the different steps. The first time it'll be a verbal warning. You should not get past that step. The second time, I'm going to remove you from that situation. The third time, I'm going to call home to your parents. Fourth time, it'll be a teacher detention, and the 5th time is an office referral. I have the right to use any of these steps at any time, which means if you do something bad enough, I can skip straight down to office referral or detention or a parent phone call, depending on what you do. So the bottom line, don't get past this step. So these are the basic supplies that you need to bring to class on Monday. You have to have these things by Monday, and you have to bring them every single day for the rest of the year. Your comp book is going to be where we put all of our activities, papers, handouts, everything. We're going to call it the INB because it stands for your interactive notebook. You are not allowed to keep these in the classroom, so you'll have to take these with you every day and bring them back every day. If you don't have your notebook, you're responsible for keeping track of the items I give you and putting them in your notebook on your own time. Bottom line, bring your notebook to class every day, and a pencil and pens and highlighters. You need them. Inside your science notebook, once we make these, we're going to put a pocket for your ATP. What is ATP? Well, if you've taken any type of science class, which you haven't yet, or biology, you would know that ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. Try that. Adenosine triphosphate stands for ATP, and it is an energetic molecule in your body. So when you eat, your body converts your food into a molecule called ATP, which gives you the energy you need to do things every day. Okay? So it's no coincidence that we call our bell work ATP. So you'll get a paper like this, likely tomorrow, and every single day you'll pull this out. You'll record your bell work here in the ATP column with the date, and then at the end of the class, you'll answer your exit ticket in this portion. You'll fill this up over the course of about 2 weeks, and when it's full, I'll collect them and take them as a grade. I do grade to make sure your answers are correct, so you want to make sure that you're trying your best on your bell work. Okay? You can use your notes for bell work. So if you take good notes in class and you're present and you're active, then you should do a wonderful job on your ATP every day. Okay? You are not allowed to talk to a partner. This is completely independent, and it's done at the start and the end of every class. So say it one more time, adenosine triphosphate. Every Friday, instead of doing regular ATP questions, we'll do something called Good Things. During Good Things, you have the opportunity to share the good things happening in your life with the rest of the class. So this is a fun time to tell me that you're going out of town this weekend, or it's your brother's birthday, or you got an A on your history test. I love to hear those things about you, and I know your classmates do too. It's a great way for us to listen to each other and get to know each other better, and for me to get to know you and for y'all to get to know me. So we'll do that every Friday instead of regular ATP questions. We'll do Good Things. So what do you do if you're gone, if you're absent? Well, that's not my problem, that's your problem. So, if you're ever confused about what we did, you can check the board. This is where I tell you what we did. Or if you come back and I already have it off the board and you don't know what we did, you can simply ask me and I'll say, hey, here's what you missed. And then you can come over here and get those items out of this file cabinet. As long as you have my permission, you can come in here, flip through your 7th grade handouts. This is where I'll keep all of the handouts. Anything that you need extra will be in here. There's nothing in here yet because we haven't done anything yet, but this is where they'll be, okay? One last thing about missing work. If you were gone, you have 2 days to make up your assignment. After that, it's 10% off every day, and I don't accept late work after 10 days. So those are the basics of my classroom. Follow the rules, do what you're supposed to do. Let's have a great year.